What is up, Red Nation? It's your boy Red John coming at you with another video. And today is another recap for the 2018 preseason. Raiders lose 19-15 against the St. Louis Rams. This one was very fucking vanilla. There was basically little to no game plan involved in this game. It was a lot more of just talent-based evaluation on the coach's part on both teams. Actually, a lot of the starters just sat out, but there were still some really good showings on players' parts on both sides. I think Raiders, we honestly struggled like a motherfucker in the beginning of the game. I mean, there was like right off the bat, a snap flew up over the quarterback's head. Cook ran and got it, luckily, but that was not good to see. They fumbled the snap off the first play. It just did not look good. Later on, there was just like some missed calls where they just didn't get the play set in time. There was a situation where we had to burn a timeout when we didn't need to. It's little things, and this comes with rookie players, with third string and fourth string undisciplined players that more than likely will be cut, close towards the end of the preseason. It doesn't seem like, we were very organized in this game. It seemed like we were dysfunctional, and it, typical shit for it. Honestly, this seemed like a fourth preseason game to me. It did. And I think that's the way they like it in this game, because John Gruden did not want to share shit. He didn't want to fucking give these guys any chance of, knowing anything about what we're going to do, week one. And, Tom McVay, he was the same shit. Their coach was doing the same shit. Like, he basically said, nah, we're not going to have our starters, we're not going to do that. So both teams, decided to, let's do a little exhibition match with all our third string and second stringers, It's cool. Understandable. Still an entertaining game. We probably missed out on a few things that we could have adjusted on with the first string, and honestly, it takes away from getting, in-game action from our first stringers. In my opinion, it might throw us for a little back step, but we still, we're gonna play next week with our first stringer, so we'll see what happens. But so first person I want to talk about is Maurice Hurst. Had a good sack today, man. Came in, the quarterback was under pressure. Looked like he stepped up trying to get away from a tackle, and he just came in out of nowhere and got him. Really good showing for Maurice Hurst. Happy for the guy, man. A lot of people pass on him because of his heart condition, and from what I hear, he's showing up in practice. He's showing up visually from what you see in the game. Doesn't seem like he missed a beat. So, we'll see where that goes during the season, whether he earns a starting spot or whatever. But he's definitely going to get a spot on this team for sure. Him and PJ Hall, man, I think those two are going to be some damn good pass rushers, man. I'm looking forward to seeing these two, like, really get after quarterbacks. Him and watching Kowser make that interception got me hyped, man. Maybe it's because of the lack of interceptions last year, but watching one of our players make a play like that was good to see. He did it perfectly too, man. He faked like he was going right, read the quarterback's eyes, jumped up, snagged the ball in the air, interception. I was like, yeah. Marquell Lee, one hell of a player, man. That guy, he keeps coming up. Like, he's one of those players that you keep hearing his name come back again and again and again. Because Marquell Lee, he basically is getting himself out there, man. And at the end of the day, with the sack, pretty decent. He also just made a couple plays here and there, man. And like I said, he just kept coming up, man. He always makes plays. Like, I think last year in the preseason too, he was making plays. During the season too, he's a damn good fucking linebacker. So, quarterback wise, that competition's back to being open, man. Cook, he didn't have a horrible day, but straight up, he could have put the nail in the coffin in this game. You know, he did not look that good. Of course, you could attribute that to the fact that the linemen were backup linemen. He didn't really have the same, you know, talent that he had last time he was out on the field. So you can add that in there. But at the same time, it just seemed like, you know, he couldn't really adjust. But EJ Manuel didn't look that much better. So Cook was 6 of 12 for 49 yards. EJ Manuel was 10 of 16 for 89 yards and a touchdown. I think they both could have done better. Touchdown was actually pretty good read. Threw it down the middle and got cut in. So actually a nice play with the receiver, actually, in my opinion. I think it was okay throw, but both quarterbacks, you know, I think this is a game they would want back. It just seemed like they are not ready, you know, and it shows, you know. There's a big drop off when it comes to our backup quarterback position, but you can also attribute like their struggles to like I said, they're not working with the number ones, they're working with number twos and number threes. But you work in a routine system, you should be able to move that line and, you know, get the ball down the field. I messed up last video. I kept saying Chris Warner. Chris Warner. It's Chris Warren the third. You know, C-Dub 3. This guy, wow. I'm amazed at this dude, man. He is a fucking truck. This dude just runs through people. Just straight up runs through people. And they're making holes for him, yes. But he's trucking through the people that try and clog up those holes. And it's crazy good. Right now he's just owning it, man. He's making the most of his opportunity. According to Coach Gruden, he actually got to work a little bit more when it comes to the ball not being in his hands, like, you know, where to run a route or where to pick up protection. I think that's the biggest issue right there, is you're picking up protection, blitzes, and a little extra blocking. He comes from a, you know, football family tree, so hopefully he picks it up real naturally, but we'll see what happens. So Chris Warren, 18 carries, 110 yards, touchdown. Probably could have got another one too. There was a couple, you know, moments there where we got in the red zone, and if we would have just kept handing him the ball, he probably would have got in. Dude's a battering ram, man. He just smashes through things. And here's the deal, guys. Chris Warren, he's running like this with backup linemen. Can you imagine what this dude will do when you put these freaking starters in front of his ass? You put starting linemen in front of this freaking battering ram, he is going to truck through teams. Like, he is just going to run all over motherfuckers all day. Man, he got lanes right now that are just barely popping open, and he's running through them like crazy. We could make a freeway for his ass, like, with the line that we have. It's gonna be entertaining, man. It's gonna be entertaining. So far, so good, guys. I'm really liking what Coach Gruden is doing. Not showing his hand, but hopefully, you know, that doesn't affect any of our gameplay for the next few weeks. I think we should just keep, you know, grinding it out. Get these players up to date. You know, stay situated. See what happens. Alright, guys. That's gonna do it. You know, Raiders lose. On to the next one. This is preseason. Just preseason. Alright. Like, comment, subscribe. Go Raiders.